and welcome to Fix It Friday. I have a vacuum cleaner here that needs a belt replacement. And I'm sorry, I'm a little out of breath and my voice sounds funny because I've been sick. You know, when I am going through something that seems like it's out of control, I'm unable to get a handle on it, I feel overwhelmed, I often will resort to fixing things, organizing, or doing something that gives me a measure of control, that makes me feel like I'm in control. It's a way that I cope. Right now, with the way things are in the world, it's very overwhelming and there's so many problems. I want to be able to just reach out and fix it and help people, heal people, and, help find solutions to the problems that so many people face. And I can't do it all. I'm sick. I'm at home with a 3-year-old. Half the time I have to play princess and Wicked Witch and play pretend and hit balloons up in the air for 30 minutes. My life is not so free that I can just jump out there, do everything for everyone, and that drives me insane. And so today, this Friday, I'm going to fix something, and I have a little lesson for myself and maybe for you in it. This vacuum cleaner is a good old Hoover, and it's great. I mean, it works so well when it's working. The problem that I was having is that it would only work for like 5 minutes before it would start smoking. It would just be this horrendous smoking rubber smell. And so I figured it's probably the belt. Well, if it works, why fix it? It works for 5 minutes. So as long as I just vacuum the smaller rooms in the house, sure, no problem. This thing works great. I just have to make sure I can do it in under 5 minutes. So it works great for someone that only needs it 5 minutes. But for someone that needs it for a bigger room, like this master bedroom, it won't work for them. It's limited in its ability because it is not working as it's supposed to work. It works, just not as it's supposed to work. I've put up with it for a long time until finally the time in which it would vacuum became shorter and shorter and shorter until it was maybe like a 3-minute vacuum, and that was just ridiculous. You get half a room done and it would just be horrible, and it would take like an hour or two for the room to air out. I said, all right, I'm going to take this apart. I'm going to look at the belt and see if I can even find a belt for it. I look at the old belt and you can see it is kinked, it is stretched out, it looks pretty bad. It looks like not much longer it probably snap. It's very thin, it's just about to snap. So I looked up Hoover 38528-008 and I plugged it into Amazon or wherever I got it from. And it came and I said, oh no, they don't make the same belt anymore. Look at this thing. There is a difference here of quite a lot of space, probably about an inch. And I'm like, oh well, all right, well, we're gonna try this. Hopefully we can make it work. I said, man, it's supposed to be the same belt, but it's small. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that belt to fit on this thing. So here I go. I go ahead and I put the belt underneath, latch it on where the other one was, try to stretch it up to where it's going to need to go right here. And we are short about an inch. And so I'm going to take the roller or whatever this thing is called, the pulley, I don't know. I realized as I was like pulling on it, I couldn't get it up to where it needed to go because I was more afraid of hurting myself than fixing the problem. And I'm like, maybe it's not going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. This change, maybe changing this out isn't worth it. Maybe I should just chuck the whole thing. Maybe I need to start finding another belt. Maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a better belt. But no, this belt will work. It will work. Because when I really pull it hard, I can tell it's going to get up there. But I'm afraid. I'm so afraid of hurting myself because there's little sharp pieces of plastic here. And before actually knowing that it works, 100%, I'm like, is the pain going to be worth it if I hurt myself? Because maybe it won't work. The only way to find out is to try and to try and to try a little bit harder. And so I use all of my weight and all of my resistance. And I decide it is more important to fix this thing than it is to prevent my pain. So I'm going and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm pulling and I'm pulling. And the resistance is so hard and I didn't line it up 100% right the first time. And so I had to take it out and face my fear a second time. And then it goes in. And this thing, theoretically, as soon as I put it back together, should work as it's supposed to, for the length of time that it's supposed to do its job, to clean up messes, and to help me live a more clean life. Now, the lesson that I personally am taking away from this is we can't fix all the problems that are going on in the world right now. It is really depressing. It is really sad. It is absolutely heartbreaking. And if there are people in our nation that are suffering, that are crying out to be heard, we need to lean in. We need to listen to learn. And we need to not be so afraid of the pain that it's going to cause us that we're refusing to fix the problem. We have to be willing to lean in. We have to be willing to listen. We have to be able to listen with the intent to learn, even if it hurts. That's the only way we're going to be able to fix it. And there's going to be so much resistance within ourselves, so much valid reason to feel afraid. There's going to be so much within us that's going to fight and push back. Reasons why we feel that maybe the Black Lives Matter movement is for the true racists, right? Well, we need to be able to help fix the problem, and we can't do that if we think we know what the solution is, and if we refuse to believe that we might be part of the problem. It is not easy for me to talk to my Black friend that I was talking to today and hear some of the things that he was having to say, and not silence, but to temper the resistance I was feeling, to temper my desire to say, but my pain, this is how it makes me feel. I'm not a racist, or I am not this and I'm not that, or, I would never. And maybe that's your experience. Maybe it's not everyone's experience. Maybe this thing isn't as bad as it is. Maybe this, maybe that. You know what? No. Even if the least of these is suffering, it's our job to lean in, to listen, to learn, because that's the only way we're willing to face the pain and face the resistance, that we're being able to lock the things back in place that are supposed to be there to fix the broken parts and help us all function the way we're supposed to function. Listen to voices that you wouldn't normally listen to with the intent to learn, to break through the lines that divide. Whatever it is that's keeping you from being able to step over that line to truly lean in, try breaking that down. Try reaching over and grabbing the hand of someone that you can listen to. There are so many voices out there speaking up right now that you can listen to, and not the same ones that are telling you the same old story, that are telling you, oh, your belt's fine. It works for 5 minutes. It's working. It works for you. It's not going to work for someone else. So this thing is back in business. The next thing is going to be to turn it on and see if it will hold up, if that belt will hold up. Listen to the different voices. If we want to heal this world, if we want to fix this world, we have to try to do something different.